Radio bad boys Opie and Anthony are about to make their return to the airwaves.
Opie and Anthony were pulled from the airwaves 2 years ago after a sex stunt at St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Opie and Anthony are back, so why won't the FCC be able to touch them this time?
The duo has signed with XM Satellite Radio.
Their contract with Infinity expired back in May, but the no-compete portion is up until October.
No arrests have been made. Police are still investigating.
The blonde one, two so-called radio shock jocks.
Our society needs borders, needs parameters.
You dick!
They get their jollies by saying, let's keep pushing the envelope.
They were doing what they were paid to do. Shock.
Even when there are bucks to be made, there's a price to be paid in terms of the cultural degradations that we do not want to be associated with anymore.
Are you adequately prepared to rock?
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Show on the road. The show is on the road. We're in Vegas.
We are in Vegas. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. The ONA virus spreading across America.
Oh,
thanks XM Satellite Radio.
Bless you.
We're in Las Vegas, Nevada for the CES, Anthony.
Yes, the Consumer Electronics Show.
And we have so much to do, but right off the bat, we have to say hi to Eric Logan, our big boss here. Elo.
Yes. Is this mic on?
Turn the mic on. No, his mic's not on.
There we go. There it is.
There we go. Eric Logan has been passing out the new gadgets, the new XM gadgets.
These are all the stuff that was in the secret room, by the way. If you remember, I know the new listeners might not know what this is, but months and months and months ago, Opie went to this XM event in New York City. There was a secret back room. And a lot of this new technology was there for only a privileged few to see.
Right.
Opie, you were not privileged enough that day to see the secret back room. And now we're getting to see all the gadgets that were in there.
And considering how long it took me to get here yesterday, I'm still not privileged, by the way. Yes. We'll get into my 15-hour journey to Vegas a little later in the program.
I never knew they actually took you through New Zealand before coming to Vegas.
I could have been in Australia.
Yeah.
Simple as that. But
well, I wanted to stop by just to first of all welcome you guys to CES again.
Thank you, sir.
And a much bigger crowd now that people know that you're on XM Satellite Radio.
Yeah, this is much better than the first time we were here, where we were on the air for a couple of months.
Yeah.
And we came here, there was
like who?
Right. A cricket chirping that we couldn't get off of the mic, and three people.
Three people showed up.
But I wanted to jump in because you have such a limited amount of time today. I know Anthony was very frustrated with my Christmas gifts because I gave gift cards, and the level probably wasn't too appropriate. Yours is a new car, right?
Did you?
Your home address. But I do. But Anthony, I just want to tell you,
yes.
I personally brought you a Christmas present today.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, we'll be right back.
Eric Logan, I now am very excited.
No, you're not.
Because
you're going to freak out in about 2 seconds.
Am I really?
Yes, you are.
Oh my God! Holy shit!
Boomer Esiason, everyone, giving Anthony a big hug. There's a major backstory.
Wow.
Boomer Esiason and Anthony went to school together.
East Islip, Timber Point Elementary School.
That's right. I remember beating you up a few times.
Yes. Boomer.
And actually, I've heard you talk about that quite a few times on the radio. I think
shit.
you've gotten it screwed up a little bit.
I did?
You never hit me.
No, I hit you in the head. You like laughed at me, and I broke both bones in my arm.
Yeah, I don't think you hit me in the head. Actually, I think I remember breaking your jaw. That's what I remember.
No, never broken jaw.
By the way,
that must have been another poor son of a bitch that got in your way.
Maybe that was your brother Joey.
It could have been. It could have been. No, I don't remember if he broke his jaw. You were the biggest bully in that school. The guy was like the coach's.
I was not.
He was the coach's like guy.
I took care of everybody. I took care of all the little people.
You used
Except
to take,
for you.
In the cafeteria, this son of a bitch would grab people by the head and put their heads by his ass and fart.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You were that guy.
It was horrid stuff that I remember as a child.
So you're blaming me for the way you are now. Is that what I understand?
Well, in the situation I'm in now, I would have to thank you because it all worked out fine.
I was back there telling your girlfriend all about it. So
great. Oh, good. Yeah,
well, I want to hear this story once again.
Thanks, Boomer.
I want to hear this story again.
Here's how it went. Boomer.
According to you.
According to me. This is my memory of Timber Point Elementary School. Boomer never, ever, ever liked being called Norman. especially
Look
back
at the look he just gave.
Oh,
Jesus.
Jesus.
They're going to fight. As soon as you said that, the look he gave all of us.
That's just
not
the way
true.
it was.
That is not true. He's trying to figure out whose jaw he wants to break first.
No, I don't know. This is just, it's turned into urban myth.
Right.
This was just the way it kind of went at the time.
Well, your urban myth.
My urban myth,
Okay.
my side of it. For some reason, in front of my friends, I thought it would be funny as his back was turned, going around a corner to yell out Norman.
Does that surprise you?
Not at all.
And I did it, and someone ratted me out and said, that I had been calling you Norman. There was one of those I call you out things after school. And we went outside. It was a little cold. I had a big heavy jacket on. Everybody that fought back then took their jacket off. And you did too. I wanted to leave as much padding on as was humanly possible because I knew it was over, Johnny, for me. We kind of squared off. I do remember getting one shot in and hit you in the forehead, but it was nothing to you. To me, I didn't know at the time. I knew the next day the ulna and radius snapped. Both
I do
bones
remember
in
you
the
coming
arm.
back in with
a cast
on.
Was just broken. I broke my arm, and then you just proceeded to beat the living shit out of me. And it was...
Well, does that surprise anybody? No, it doesn't surprise anybody, right?
Not.
Of course not. A guy like him needs to have his ass kicked every now and again.
I was the fun guy at school, never causing any issues. You were the jock. He was the sweetheart in gym class.
No, if I remember, he used to be in Mr. Bangardi's class because I'd walk past and be spitballs and everything flying all over the place.
Yeah.
So you were in that class, and it was a kind of the class where nobody would pay attention.
Right. It was that class.
Today's day, you have ADD. Back then, they just throw you in that class and they didn't give you any medication or anything.
Why couldn't you just be stupid or just be an ass or something? But now, of course, you got to have some kind of disease. But I do remember you, the guy excelled at every sport. You could not do anything. You felt like an idiot in gym class next to this guy. Because he was like, the coach would be like, hey, Boomer, go out for a pass. And the coach would throw this bomb, and he's catching it. And then Boomer would throw it, and the coach would catch it. And then that was our example.
It's your turn.
Yeah. All right, Anthony, go ahead. Cut over to the left. And I'm tripping over my shoelaces, wearing my Skippy sneakers. And
your cut-off jean shorts, right?
Awful, yeah. I didn't have the right clothes for gym. I forgot my shorts at home, so I'm in my jeans.
You had your leather jacket and
my black shoes.
He always had a way to tweak somebody. You know what I mean? He always got underneath somebody's skin somewhere along the line.
Well, but you know what?
Straight. And the amazing thing is when I was playing for the Jets, it was back in the frozen years.
My mom didn't date you, did she?
No, she didn't date me.
Oh, okay, good.
93, 94, and 95, when you guys were actually on, I guess FMOR.
Yeah.
You used to tell the story all the time.
Yeah.
But I would never come on with you because I just didn't want to give you that, that pleasure of saying, yes, you did break your arm when you hit me. So that's the way I felt. But it's always good to see you, man.
That was it. And always good to watch you. And growing up in East Islip.
Is it amazing that we actually made it?
I know. Something actually worked out of East Islip.
It seems like it's more amazing that he made it over you.
Yeah, I know. At least he had something going for him. The guy had athletic skills.
It was obvious in high school.
I was a smartass. There aren't really many roads for the smartass to make it.
But I will say this. When I was playing for the Jets, people used to say all the time, this guy in OR is killing you.
It was AAF up in Boston.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. And then NEW.
Right, NEW, that's right. People would say to me, he's killing you. And I'm like, I have no idea who this guy is.
Because he beat up so many friggin' people in school.
Right, just one of many.
Just one of the guys. Let me check my files.
I think you should fart in his face again for old times.
Shut up, Jimmy. No.
Jimmy, on that one? I actually, though, to think about where we were, where we grew up, it was a great neighborhood.
It really was a great neighborhood to grow up. There were a lot of kids,
all over the place. It was great.
It was all about, your bicycles and riding through Heckscher Park.
That's right.
We had a lot of common friends.
A lot of mini bikes running around.
Yeah, mini bikes. Yes. I remember that. A lot of wrecked mini bikes.
That's exactly right. This day and age, you couldn't do that. The kids, they don't do that stuff. When we were growing up, it was just go outside, go in the park. Right. And now, God forbid you go in the park. Now somebody might snatch you or something.
Yeah,
true.
It was about building ramps and jumping over garbage pails with your bicycles and
doing the old Evel Knievel.
So way back in our early teen days.
Yeah.
That's
so
exactly
what are you doing at CES?
I'm actually out here for Samsung. I'm one of the 4 quarterbacks that they've actually hired to, promote their product. I'm out here with Marino, Steve Young, and Troy Aikman, and which is great.
Want to hang later? Or?
We might hang out. Well, maybe you guys want to come over and hang with us. No, don't even come.
I was never able to sit at the table at lunch. punched. Why should I be able to hang with him now?
You know, the amazing thing is how pretty your girlfriend is.
I know, isn't it?
How long are you on the air for?
It's stay away from Boomer, baby. And I can't even.
And your
play
girlfriend, by the way, I'm back there, Danielle, right?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Oh, Lindsay. So
good, nice move.
Yeah, really.
You just blew it, pal.
No,
he has so many. He's like.
When I met Danielle as I was coming out of the thing, but I was asking her. I said, "So what do you do here?" She goes, "I do him. I keep him happy." Pointing to you.
And with like Boomer, you can't even play the money card. You know, stay away from him because at least I have money. He's fucking Boomer. He's got money too.
He's got money. Lots of money.
So I hear you're moving to Roslyn Heights, huh?
Could be. That's one of the areas we're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll be neighbors again.
Oh, you're in that area?
Manhasset.
Jesus. Get rid of him. Boomer, don't hurt me anymore.
That's right. Where are you guys moving, by the way?
I would love to go out to dinner one night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Absolutely.
That wasn't a yes, by the way.
I know.
That wasn't a yes.
I try to, patch things up a little, make it a little more less uncomfortable.
It doesn't matter how successful you are. You're still in that high school mindset.
I still feel like I'm in the cafeteria and he's going to steal my chocolate milk.
He's one of the cool kids you want to hang out with. It's never going to happen.
He was always at the cool guy jock table, and I was at the
cool guy jock table.
The piece of crap.
You got to let it go, man. Just let it go.
It's very hard to let go. I don't really let it affect me, but it's hard to remember it.
It doesn't affect
you. Change it. It's like it just happened that way, and as a memory, it's just it's the way it was.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, we're all humiliated and emasculated growing up. I mean, now it's just being talked about in front of the entire country.
I don't remember humiliating him. All I remember him is him hitting me and breaking his arm. So how do I humiliate
How is that
him?
humiliating? He's lucky you didn't rip his dress off.
Well, listen, you know what? You guys are great. I listen to you all the time on my XM radio and my GM Yukon XL.
Very nice.
Very good. So you guys are great, and it's always great to see you. And what? You did okay. You did all right. No matter what they said. Because you were most likely to fail. That's what you were voted.
School.
But the fact of the matter, you made it, and you've done good.
He didn't like high school. Anthony
this
wasn't for him.
This was before high school, too. Thank God.
But you moved away, I think.
Yeah. Oh, we were moving all the time. I wound up in Central Islip after East Islip. And talk about some fights over there. I wish I had Boomer beat me up.
I actually thought he went to military school or something. That's what I thought.
Send him to military school. It might have helped.
It might have helped.
All right,
boys. Thank you. Thank you.
Great surprise.
Can I have a picture with you?
No.
Could you punch him like you punched me?
Yeah, please punch
It would
Jimmy.
give me great pleasure.
I'll see you guys a little bit later. I'm going to go over here and talk to the girls.
Thanks.
Right?
Yeah, great.
All right, there he goes. Boomer Esiason, everyone.
What a surprise that is. Yeah, good seeing him.
Elo grabbed me like 10 minutes before we went on the air and said, I got a surprise for Anthony.
That's fantastic.
I'm like, I don't know how he's going to handle that one.
Nah. How much water has to go under a bridge, It does. Right when he sat down, I was like, oh, jeez. Oh, don't hit me.
Doesn't that bring you right back to being in high school?
It was elementary school.
I mean, I keep saying high school, but
it
elementary
wasn't even
school.
High school. It was elementary school. I was,
But right away you're feeling like I'm not worthy and...
It's like, I just remember him being he was a huge presence back then in elementary school. Dude, you're going to be somebody, especially in sports like that, when in elementary school you are a huge presence. The coach was like, him and the coach, it was those two. He was like on equal footing with the coach. And you knew he was doing something. And then later on, when I was in a band with a couple of guys from East Islip, and they were always talking about Boomer. And I told them the story, and I've been telling that story for years. And, finally, this many years later, to sit face to face with them.
You should have got up and punched him right in the face. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, right?
Did you guys
get killed?
Broken your back.
Did you guys ever talk after that?
No, never.
That was it, right?
That was it. Like you said, a short time later, I moved away. And that was it. But, to see him after so many years like that is hysterical. Because I watched him on TV and stuff and going, that's the guy that I broke my arm on.
That's classic.
Yeah, thank you, Elo.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All I have to do now is make Ozzy Osbourne appear, and that makes
Well, you guys have already done that.
We did.
Yeah, we've spoken with Ozzy.
So.
Yeah.
That's great. The new equipment that is coming out. Unbelievable,
It's amazing. I got the Pioneer in my hand. What is it called officially?
Inno.
I like the slogan. It's not a pod. It's the mothership.
And this one is Helix. This is the Samsung device. and this is the Helix one.
I was popping it in, listening to a few of the music channels on here. The sound, incredible.
Yeah, you can walk around and listen to it live. That's the most important thing.
You can listen live. This isn't something that you need to dock with something and then take it with you later, as some other company is pumping stuff out like that. This is live broadcast of XM programming, but the abilities and the extras, too many to mention. Too many to mention. I don't even know what the hell is going on with this. There's recording abilities, playback.
Give us the quick sell on this thing. I can tell you this much: it's smaller than my BlackBerry.
Yep.
It's smaller than the Trio.
The size of a credit card. It's the length of a credit card plus about 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, basically what you can do with this, it has a time shifting ability where if you're listening to deep tracks and you hear something you like, you can record, and time shift this entire playlist, and then you can tag certain songs. And when you tag, a Steppenwolf song or a Judas Priest song, then you dock it with XM plus Napster. It will go out to Napster and say, would you like to purchase this song for 99 cents and get a clean copy? And you say yes. You can then put your own MP3s on here too. So what it really does is kind of blends, iPods and all the MP3s and a live satellite radio. It's the first device that brings it all together. So it's really when I've lived with this one for about a week, it's the most amazing piece of technology I've ever seen since probably the cell phone.
Do you believe those shitheads at Sirius still don't have something you can listen to live programming on? So if I want to listen to my Martha Stewart program, I have to record it and then listen to it as I'm blowing a stranger in the car? That company should be fucking firebombed.
And I can't get enough of my MiFi, and already I'm thinking,
this thing,
the MiFi. When do I get one of these?
This is and the great thing too is it has the sessions. How MiFi had like 1 or 2 sessions. This one you can have unlimited sessions. So you can say every Saturday I want to get this particular show, or O&A every morning between this time and this time. So it's truly amazing, and it interfaces with the computer, and they're going to be out in the March-April time frame in stores.
But when do we get one?
That's right. I think depending upon who you schmooze out here, you've got one in your hands now.
I'm a schmoozing fool.
Absolutely.
Without even the schmoozing part. Just
I'd like one. You gave him a quarterback for Christmas.
Yeah, really. Yeah, Jimmy and I want one of these. Anthony got his present already.
Jimmy, CES is early. Your birthday is tomorrow, I do know.
It is actually tomorrow.
Yeah, it is tomorrow. A lot of people joke about it.
But you don't want anybody to know.
They joke about it, but it is actually January tomorrow.
I'm gonna go walk around and pretend I'm important if you need me home.
All right, you do that. Elo walks around and they treat him like God.
Oh, stop it.
Nice buzz last night, by the way. Jesus. Enjoyed that football game, did you?
Oh, God, what a horrible game.
I was wondering, I was walking around.
Bye, Eric.
I was walking around the casino going, where is everybody?
Eric.
And they were watching the game. He did not just get you. I didn't do it. Why is he looking at me? He's looking at me like, yo.
Oh, shit.
That was Jimmy. He is so embarrassed. He's the big shot here. You can't...
Don't get him.
Yeah, you can't make him look bad at CES.
Don't get him.
He's the boss.
He's the boss, man.
He had a long day yesterday, as did a few other people. Because I know I called him up at about 4:35 in the morning when there was a little problem with Opie's travel plan.
It's nice to know that Anthony cares. Sometimes I question.
I wanted to know how this was going to affect me.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Was I going to have to do this show by myself?
I got up at...
Well, I would have been here.
Like I said.
But wait. That's hurtful.
I wasn't coming to CES.
No, as of yesterday, when me, my girlfriend, and the lovely Jimmy Norton were boarding our plane, it was going to be me and Jimmy doing the show alone. Maybe Opie back in New York.
No.
Over an ISDN. No, you weren't even going to do that.
No.
So it was going to be just me.
Under protest, I was going to hide for about 3 or 4 days.
We all get to the airport. We check in. We're fine and dandy. We get a call a few minutes later, and it's Opie.
I never saw you guys. I was a little late.
Well, you're always late.
Always.
Well, I was going to make it in time.
Of course you were going to make it in time, but like we said, we even got to the airport and went we'll just see Opie running down the runway, flagging the plane down.
I'm all about last minute when it comes to stuff like that.
Yes, we all know.
I drove myself to the airport. I got up at 4 in the morning. I got there around 5:15ish, I think. And I get up to the guy behind the computer, and he's typing away. Someone canceled one of your tickets. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I'm checking in. To make a long story short, I'm set to go, and then he types in Lindsay's name. And, that ticket was canceled.
Cancel.
Canceled. I'm like, what are you talking about? Canceled. I have to go to Vegas, CES, and all that. He goes, no. Somebody canceled that ticket yesterday. We don't have any seats available on this flight. There's nothing we could do. It took everything in me not to jump over the counter and strangle the guy because he just didn't give a crap on any level. And I'm like, you have to at least make it look good and try to figure this problem out. This is a huge problem. But somewhere along the line, someone canceled the reservation. So no ticket for Lindsay means no ticket for the Opster.
Yeah.
I'm not traveling alone.
What are you, like a 1930s guy? Beat it, dame. Find your own way home. I got business in Vegas.
So I called up Don Wicklin. I called up Anthony immediately. I'm like, I'm not going, man. Have fun. And I was ready to just leave the airport. Anthony, I guess you called Eric right away?
I immediately called Elo. And I got somebody on the other end that kind of there was something that sounded like Elo in it, but it sounded more like someone who had just woken up from a bender.
Or just went to bed.
The guy, what, hello, who, what? Opie and Anthony show, confused. He had no clue what to do. So I'm boom, belting out the info to him. And he said, all right, give me a few minutes, I'll work on this.
Which is amazing to me because... to get to Vegas these few days, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, the CES and the AVNs are going on out here. The adult video thing is going on. And this time of year, you cannot get to Vegas. It is impossible. Forget about direct flights, even one stopover.
Yeah.
You know, you really are going to have problems getting here.
But to Eric Logan's credit, he snapped out of his drunken stupor.
Yes, he did.
And made things happen. He goes, watch, I will move mountains to get you to Vegas. Just hang tight. So I'm at LaGuardia. He calls about a half hour later. He's like, I got a flight for you 9 o'clock at JFK. So I have to go to another airport. And he made it happen. I got to give him credit. It was amazing. We had first class on United. I forgot what the service was called, but it was over-the-top, ridiculous service.
Yeah, but it wasn't a flight to Vegas.
Well.
You had I
had to fly all the way to L.A.
to go to L.A.
I had to go to L.A.
Louisiana?
No, that would have been convenient.
I get it.
And I had to fly to Los Angeles, and even the pilot had to rub it in, even though he didn't know, obviously. But I just thought he was rubbing it in because he's like, if you look outside the left side of the aircraft, you'll see Vegas. And I'm like, got a fucking parachute?
Jump.
So we get to Los Angeles, then we had like an hour delay, and then we had to get on another plane with a bunch of Asians with SARS masks on.
Yeah, even here in America, for some reason, Asians, and we're talking Asians that are coming right from some Asian country, are wearing the SARS masks. Like they wear surgical masks because they're afraid of getting the SARS.
That's great. They got a fucking coughing parrot on their shoulder.
How many SARS cases have there been in... maybe, you know something? Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. Maybe it's a courtesy, and they feel they have the SARS, and they don't want to spread it to this fine
I just want to look at them and say, you're not that important.
Yeah.
Get a hold of yourself.
Dead of the SARS
no one's
really going to affect us.
No one's going
to
give a shit.
But then again, they are
one
Asian.
more table I could get at a blackjack.
Maybe they're all doctors.
Oh, and they're just prepared for asshole.
So then L.A. to Vegas, and we made it 15, 16 hours later.
16 hours?
Door-to-door, 16 hours.
Of traveling
to get to Vegas.
Las Vegas. Well, welcome.
But I got to give Elo credit. This plane I was on for United was absolutely amazing. Did the sleeper seats? Have you done the sleeper seats?
Absolutely.
I woke up from a 2.5-hour nap. I thought I was in my own bed.
They got the seats that are like their own little pods.
Right.
And they go back and the feet come up.
It's not a recliner chair.
No, it turns into a bed.
This is a bed with a thick blanket.
Mile High Club, my friend, Mile High Club?
No, they had that big freaking bar in between us.
Yeah, but you hop in one pod. Mile High Club, you had the opportunity.
It's not a bad idea.
You had the opportunity.
Always wanted to do that.
You can. Well, what are your flight arrangements back?
But I was too busy dealing with my constipation in the bathroom.
Flying business first, trying to squeeze out a little rotten black pellet.
The pilot's wondering why he's got to give a little more left aileron, compensate for the weight on the right.
I was dropping mud pies. And you know how they don't really flush? It's just that, what is it, a metal disc?
Well, you got to help a rascal.
Yeah, it just opens and it kind of collapses. It finally just gives up and lets go.
No, but if you're dropping mud pies, it sticks nice, that thing. So I was playing help a little rascal out from New York to L.A. with my hand and tissue. I had to push that through.
Why? There's nothing better than fucking wrecking the bathroom and then seeing some chick standing outside. Go ahead, stupid, go in there and fucking brush your hair. Enjoy.
I hope you enjoyed your first class.
It was amazing
on the way there, because your ride back, Lee Abrams. He's going to be flying you back in his little plane.
Well, that's right.
No first class there. You just got to watch if he nods off during landing.
When Elo said hang in there, the first thought I had was that I was going to get a call from Lee Abrams.
Yeah. How many fuel stops to Vegas in your plane? Only one? That's it? You got big tanks in that thing. Nice.
I thought I was going to get the call, and I was going to have to do the Mile High Club with Lee Abrams.
We got to make a stop in Miami first. I got to pick up some packages that wash ashore, and then we're going to make another stop. I got to fly to Bogota, Colombia.
That's what I mean by the other Mile High Club with Lee Abrams.
Got to give him a hand job just to keep him awake.
Right. He's been known to fall asleep at the wheel. So we've heard, anyway.
No, if the FAA is listening, he's fine.
Yeah, he's certainly fine.
Don't worry.
Yeah, look at him. Does he look fine to you?
Of course he does.
He looks like a narcoleptic junkie.
Man, has a pilot's license. Give him some respect.
Oh, man. But we made it at CES. I see you got the Pal Talk camera up.
Yeah, I'm a little angry. The picture's really pixelated and grainy, and it was fine right up until showtime, because I'm using Don Wickland's wonderful laptop here. And he has a screensaver type thing that came on every 5 minutes, which completely ruined the feed.
Yeah.
It's an annoying screensaver that I don't know why anyone would want to have it. It makes it look like your laptop's broken. It gets staticky, and
why don't you go in and change it?
I turned it off, but it was too late. When I logged back on, it gave me this grainy, pixelated view of the show, and that's who the people on Pal Talk are enjoying now.
So do you have to start over?
Yeah, during a break, I'll reboot.
And I heard you had a Vegas cam outside your hotel room?
Vegas cam outside the hotel room all night so people could peer in and look at wonderful downtown Las Vegas. Again, now last year, the hotel we stayed at, they were doing construction on it. And there was a construction elevator right out my window. So every 2 minutes, on the 2 minute, another load of cement was coming up the elevator. And that was every 2 minutes for the entire stay. This time, I'm facing the airport, and it is like Saigon. It is like I'm sleeping in Saigon. Helicopters.
Those helicopters are
going
amazing.
over my room. Every 2 minutes, another chopper is going over, dropping off troops. I don't know what they're doing, but it is very loud.
Yeah.
Again, wonderful accommodations.
But you got the Vegas cam up.
Vegas cam is out the window.
And this Pal Talk with the Opie and Anthony fans is just taking off.
It's taking off. There's multiple rooms now. I mean, we're at the point now every room can fit about 300 people, but we're going to be upgrading to, thousands of people going to be able to check in. There's, like I said, multiple rooms. There's fan rooms that we're getting blamed for people getting thrown out. There's let's say, Opie and Anthony fan room. People go in there, and now people have moderation power to throw out whoever they want. So they throw someone out. And then I get emails going, dude, I get thrown out of the room. It's not our room. They can do whatever the hell they want. They've been throwing out people of Middle Eastern ethnicity just because their name is like Abu Halibaba. Oh, boom, you're gone. Goodbye. They're bounced.
You have a dash in your name? Out, motherfucker.
Gone.
Beat it.
But they're looking in on the show today.
I guess we got to sort of behave, so we'll talk about what's really going on in those Pal Talk rooms when we get back to New York.
Oofa.
It's just a whole society that's building.
Hardcore live sex.
And thank you to that couple that I was watching, by the way. Appreciate that.
What happened, Jimmy?
Some girl and her boyfriend's like, my chick's a huge fan. And so she's being naked for me, and she's got the cam aimed at her crotch, and she's, it was just fantastic. And then he came over, and his meal wound up in her face, and you know what happens.
Oral treats.
Oh, it was lovely.
Just for you?
There on the camera.
Yeah, and his guts hanging out. He's wearing these awful boxer shorts. It looked like me getting blown. It was great.
Yeah, there are a couple of real good eggs in some of these O&A fan sites that just use hairbrushes. One girl was, let's just say if she was a house, you'd be going through the back door.
Ah.
Because maybe you got mud on your boots.
Ah, yes.
And you don't want to trail that through the front door.
Right.
Oh, all that was going on last night. And then she decided to use it as a lollipop.
Ah, very nice. That's a
wonderful.
Good egg for everybody.
Eggs.
All right. Well, we're going to take our first break. George Wallace is here. Alice Cooper is here as well. Wow, we got some real guests this year.
George Wallace and Alice Cooper.
That's quite a lineup. And we also have Laszlo that wants to talk about all the technology that's happening here at CES, right?
Laszlo's the recon guy, man. He gets here, he actually walks around, looks at all the technology, and lets us know what's going on.
I want to see how quick the guys are back in New York. I want to play that SARS thing from Brother Joe.
Oh.
In honor of all the people we saw on the planes with the SARS masks.
SARS masks.
It's all about the Asians in these casinos. It's unbelievable. They're taking over the world. They're taking over Vegas.
Yes.
And Vegas, what a difference a year makes. They said they can't really build any further as far as out because they reached the mountains.
Yeah.
So now it's all about just building condos everywhere. Now they're just starting to build
Stacking it up.
They're starting to build up everywhere. They're buying up every single lot in Vegas to get the condos and everything else going. It's unbelievable. All right, we'll take a quick break. I don't know if they got it. If they do, that would be great. It's Opie and Anthony and little Jimmy Norton live from Las Vegas, Nevada at the CES. And we'll continue with George Wallace. See, I'm stretching here because I know they're panicking, going through CDs right now.
Where is it?
Back in New York. Alice Cooper and Laszlo all on the way.
I cough and I wheeze, that incurable illness. Thank the Chinese for SARS. Infected with SARS, I cough, I'm in pain. I must have caught it from that chink on the plane with SARS. Sickened by SARS, and it really shows. My right lung exploded and blew out of my nose. It's SARS. Chinese gave me SARS. I am very sick. Glad I'm not like them with their really small height and SARS.
Gentlemen, welcome to Las Vegas.
Live from Las Vegas.
What a hot voice that is.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Taking bets on which member of the show comes home in a body bag.
Dude, what happened? You're going to hate us today. You're going to hate us.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Got some hookers in my room.
Comedian Bill Burr.
Live.
Hello, this is Bill Burr. I'm going to be at Caroline's Comedy Club in New York City, January 5th through the 8th. You can go to carolines.com or call 212-757-4100 for tickets. So show up, please.
For more information, go to BillBurr.com. BURR. Check it out. I hope you show up because I don't want to fucking stand there by myself. All right?
Rich Voss Live.
You know, folks, a lot of you guys debate, is Rich funny on the radio, is he not? But there's no debate whether I'm funny in a nightclub. So come to Bananas January 13th and 14th and see myself and Lonnie. January 13th, 14th, Bananas in Poughkeepsie. No debate whatsoever.
For more information, go to richvoss.com.
I guess I'm supposed to be funny doing these things, aren't I?
Yeah.
Your small business needs to sound professional to stay competitive. It can with Got Vmail.
If you know your party's extension, please dial it now or press 8 for the dial by name direct.
The Virtual One from Got Vmail is a virtual PBX or hosted telephone system that can be customized for one employee or 10 and can be used with your cell phone, office phone, or home phone and instantly administered online. Sound like a Fortune 500 company overnight, starting at only $9.95 a month. Features include a virtual toll-free or local number with a customized main greeting. Multiple mailboxes for departments or employees, style by name directory, music on hold, and more. Voicemails can be converted to MP3 files and forwarded to your email addresses and faxes as PDF attachments. There are no long-term contracts to sign and no hardware or software to purchase. Sign up today at gotvmail.com. That's GOTVMAIL.com. Got Vmail, the professional sound of today's small business.
That mortgage company said no to our refi. We'll have to hold off payment on some bills, penalties, credit damage, and we still need to pay our taxes.
How would you like to hear the word yes in as little as 5 minutes?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Omega Mortgage Acceptance Corp specializes in helping homeowners just like you.
They understand what I'm going through?
Yes, and with rates still below 6%, even as low as 1%, Omega Mortgage has lowered payments, consolidated debt, and put cash in the hands of thousands of homeowners just like you. It's what they do, and they're proud of it.
But I've had mortgage late.
No problem. Even bankruptcies, foreclosures, they don't even need tax returns. A lot less paperwork and cash in your hands faster.
I could still get a lower rate and save hundreds of dollars every month?
That's right. In fact, by calling Omega at 888-OMEGA-76, you'll be on your way to saving thousands of dollars. Call right now, 888-OMEGA-76. Licensed by the California DRE number 014113112. Get approved in 5 minutes. Call 888-OMEGA-76. Dial 888-663-4276. That's 888-OMEGA-76.
Going on. We only have a 2-hour show. We could kind of do this in our sleep, I think. This is the easiest way to broadcast.
We've done
2 hours at a time.
We've done the 4-hour show in our sleep.
Many times.
What's a 2-hour?
Jimmy, a quick question off the phone lines. How many whores have you had so far here in Vegas?
One night, one whore. That's the way it works.
1 for 1.
Yeah.
Did you have somebody visit you last night?
I certainly did.
And are you familiar with the Vegas people, so you don't have to worry? You just go down to the lobby.
Dude, I didn't even go on the computer. I just dialed it from my cell phone.
Really?
Yeah, of course. I got to punch on my cell phone.
You gotta love Jimmy, man.
Was it good?
Decent, not great.
Oh.
Well, it's got to be better than last year, because last year he was quite sick.
Oh, yeah, I really was.
Remember that?
Yeah,
you had some bad hamburgers or...
yeah.
Free BLTs.
That was her name, hamburger.
Right.
Free BLTs?
Free BLTs, and I threw up before our show. No. This was actually mediocre at best. I think I was like her 80th customer. So you never want to fuck a whore after a convention.
Right. You're basically just stirring the porridge at that point.
Oh, God. It's like trying to fit it into a baby bird's eye. You know, it's like, ow.
Well, you guys hear Laszlo. He has joined the program.
Yes.
He's all about this CES stuff. He knows the technology.
And the airport was such a mess yesterday. Like, the cab line was an hour and a half, so I went to one of those shuttle bus services where they put like 20 people on the bus.
Yeah.
And, you know, you wait forever, and then we're clunking along. This big, fat black guy's driving the bus, and all of a sudden I hear this rumble at the front of the bus. He just reaches down, grabs a can of Lysol, and goes over his head. I was horrified. I was like, that guy just blew ass. There's all these geeks on the bus just bugging.
That's exactly what he should have done. All those boring conventioneers probably like, hey, we got a new chip this year. Yeah, fuck you, take that.
Good. Yeah, what are the geeks going to do in that situation?
Nothing.
Absolutely
Sit
nothing.
there and breathe it in and watch them swat planes.
So, Laszlo, what do you got so far?
There are so many services this year that want to try to replace your cable or your dish service.
Is that it, really?
Over the IP, you know, so you basically subscribe to a TV service over high-speed broadband, and, you know, they're advertising, you know...
Wait, now, I know a lot of the cable companies have high-speed broadband.
Right.
But you're saying now the high-speed broadband people are getting into the cable TV type business?
So it's basically just a service that delivers on-demand porn. There's one called ITVN. I brought that by your office, and I believe the interns have been checking that out back at the New York studios.
Nothing getting done over there.
But there's one called Dave TV that you subscribe, you know, it's like $20 a month, and you get all these, it's niche channels that you can get over broadband, like the lacrosse channel. Because we all know how exciting 24-hour
So if you want to watch lacrosse...
Yeah, if you want to watch men swinging their bag on the end of a stick.
Great.
Wonderful.
That's available to you.
Stars has got, you know, Netflix, I think, is going to really have some competition because... Instead of dealing with DVDs and the whole return thing, Stars has a service called Vongo, V-O-N-G-O.
Yeah, I heard about this.
And you can download hundreds of movies to the hard drive of your PC and watch it on the road, and it's $10 a month. So it's like Netflix,
Only
except
without the mail.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with the DVD.
Well, it's about time.
And there's a lot of services that want to like deliver your media to you from afar. Like, have you seen that Sling Media Box? Mm-hmm. It's basically a device that hooks to your home cable connection, and on your laptop in Vegas, you can be watching things that are on your home TiVo. You can be watching your home cable channels on the road.
That's cool. Because I know I have a service where I could pop my, and this has been out there a while, obviously. I could pop my desktop up at home and work on my computer at home from a laptop here in Vegas. I could access anything. And at home, in my dark house, all of a sudden, my computer, my screensaver will stop, and the mouse will start going around my house, my empty...
Like a ghost is using your computer at home.
Like a ghost is using the computer. I got cameras in there. I could just check in on my house any given moment. I don't want to do... My girlfriend's mother is there, so I really don't want to pop the camera off and maybe get a very unpleasant surprise.
Two black gentlemen leaving, counting money. She's waving, come back soon, thank you. I was wearing a robe.
You should have told her that the cameras are on.
No, I'm not. I didn't tell her about the cameras.
And then we could have broadcast it on this huge screen behind us.
Walking around in her pajamas.
In her house coat.
Wiping boogers on your furniture.
Laszlo, what about the phones? Everyone wants to know what's going on with the phones.
These GPS phones, I was checking out these new GPS phones, Nokia and the software, and basically you can send a text message to your buddy and say, you know, here I am, come find me. And on his GPS phone will pop up the exact coordinates and guide him there.
And you could get like a Yahoo type map.
Yes.
On there, and it'll show where that person is.
So if you're at a huge convention and you're trying to find that other person, where are you? You just send them a text message. It sends the coordinates, and you've got a map, and you just start walking.
Oh, that's really cool. That's cool. It's good. Middle Eastern people on a plane wouldn't even think of using that with their friends on the ground. That's really that's relaxing good.
I'm in a cab.
I understand it's missile friendly too. Like, why are we doing this shit? It's stupid.
I'm in a cab last night, and this creepy cab driver is like, you know a lot about the computers, yes? And I go, yeah. He goes, I take my laptop to Internet Cafe here in Vegas. The NSA, can they know that I'm sending messages home? And I'm like,
oh, great.
What kind of messages are you sending there, buddy?
You know you're legally obligated to kill him right then at that point as an American?
Yeah, that's part of the Patriot Act.
The Patriot Act. You could then choke him, beat him to death with his own laptop.
I was like, you know, if you're a sleeper cell, you may not want to be just asking random people in the back of the cab.
My friend.
All right, Laszlo, stay right there. We got to get George Wallace on the show. We're backing up already. Already. George Wallace was a lot of fun last year when we were at CES. And here he comes. Look at this guy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
George Wallace, everyone.
George.
We got a nice live audience, by the way, here.
Yes, we do.
In Vegas. What's up, George?
We had George on last year.
Yes, we did. And I was asking George, I haven't seen him in the neighborhood lately. Because last year we talked to you and you said you were going to be in Vegas for like a month and a half doing
for 30 days. 30 days. I came here, got popular, and now I'm here for 2 years. How about that? The people of Las Vegas let me stay in the community, and we're just selling out every night, and we're just doing well. We're happy to be in Las Vegas, and welcome to Las Vegas, everybody out here. Welcome to Las Vegas.
A 2-year contract, huh?
No, it's as long as I want, actually.
Now it's as long as you want?
Yeah.
And you don't
I'm at the Flamingo every night at 10 o'clock. Voted the best show at 10 o'clock.
The best show at 10 o'clock?
Yes, 10 p.m. The best 10 p.m. show. Who voted?
I got to ask you something, because we talked
I voted. I'm the only one that voted. I made that happen.
Are there other 10 p.m. shows?
There's a lot of them. There's 1,000 of them, but mine is
the best 11-14 show?
Yeah, right? That involves a magician. Are you gambling? Because last year we talked...
Are you crazy?
Well, last year we asked you, you said, no way, I stay away from the gambling. I'm just thinking you might have got the bug.
I never got the bug. You cannot win here. I told you before, if you want to double your money in Las Vegas, mug somebody at the airport, get your ass on the airplane, and go back home. That's the only way you're going to double your money here. How about that?
How about that? I got my ass handed to me playing 3-card last night.
Did you? A lot of people asking how we did gambling.
And I talked Keith into playing 3-card. I'm like, it's a fun game. You don't lose too bad. We got our asses handed to us.
3-card poker, you could get hammered.
We were in a massive losing streak. Both of us. Yeah. Nothing going on. Then a guy sits next to me. He's playing $500 a hand, and he hit for $3,000.
Oh, that's nice.
Hit 6-1 on a $500 hand.
I won $1,300 this morning.
This morning?
On Google.
You bought some Google?
I swear, I had January call options that I bought in, a while because you can't buy Google now. Forget it. It's like $440
right?
bucks. It's way up there. So you can't buy actual shares.
Right.
What you can do is buy options for like $14 a clip. So I got in like 13 and change. I punched out at 20. It was at 20 something yesterday, and I made a quick $1,300 playing the old stock market here in Vegas.
Listen to this guy.
That's all I do.
The Dow Jones was up yesterday, right?
Yeah, it did pretty good.
You know what that means to people like me and you, right?
What?
Not a damn thing.
What is this, Wall Street?
I don't even know who Dow Jones is.
We gave up on the stock market.
Well, I did. I lost so much money back. You know, President Clinton was in office. I was rich then.
Yeah.
Now I'm back here in Vegas telling jokes.
Well, you got to get back in. There's some money-making opportunities.
I'm scared to get back in. I need to do that. Yeah.
It's a little frightening.
Absolutely.
I'll be hitting the 3-card poker tables tonight.
3-card over blackjack?
And then I'll do a little hold'em.
I saw the hold'em tables taking over the casino.
Yeah.
The whole area is getting bigger and bigger.
Bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah, it's all about the hold'em, George.
And the kids are playing it at college now, so it's a big thing, man.
Playing
everywhere.
Online.
Yeah, you see those stories about kids are funding their college education by gambling online.
Online poker.
I won $30 at the machine, and I went upstairs like an old lady. I was fucking won $30. I printed it out, and I went upstairs. Now I'm only down
like
$250.
The cardboard tub with the quarters in it.
Did you buy yourself a new dress?
You're a real player. A real player.
You know how I gamble in Vegas? No condom.
That is a gamble, my friend.
How do you know what you're getting when you order a hooker in Vegas? They have those glossy things, the magazines they pass out on the street corner?
No, I already know her, so I go online and I investigate. The same way you do with technology, believe me.
You can order them online, though, can't you? There's a lot of the websites.
Yeah, you can call up, they'll be up to your room in like in 30 minutes. Just like Domino Pizza. Just like if they don't arrive in 30 minutes, it's free.
Probably wouldn't want to pay.
Yeah. Right. There's pepperonis all on the ass cheek. Something that looks like them.
Big pepperoni, right?
That's just a cold sore, Daddy. All right, thank you.
Getting a few groans on that one.
Hey,
that's very funny.
He's a pro, though.
So that business is in town. Are you here for the porn convention?
No, I'm here with these guys, and then I am actually doing something for the porn convention. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, you talked about that yesterday. I discussed that with you a little bit. You're involved this year with the porn convention again?
Possibly presenting an award.
Presenting an award now. Best actor, best actress, best supporting, best special effects. What category?
Best log.
Probably best. I think it's best anal and best ethnic theme series Asian. Those are the ones. Yeah, best anal sex and the best ethnic theme series Asian.
I could have sworn George Clooney was presenting that one this year, but no, it's our own little Jimmy Norton.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
I'm not exactly presenting the award. I actually just wipe their dicks off after the scene is shot.
Sounds like you're into this too.
Oh, totally. He knows them all by name. These guys rattle off porn stars like they're rattling off
Jimmy
Hollywood
and Steve,
A-listers.
like baseball players. They know all their stats.
They know, and they look at you when you don't know the name. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's the matter with you? How do you not know this one? Steve, you're going with Jimmy?
Not to the award, no.
No, not this year.
He has to fly back in a middle seat.
That's got to be a treat for the guy at the window. Climbing out over Steve. Excuse me, pardon me.
Big fucking biker arm creep settling down with a good book and some fucking ass-eating videos. Sorry, we're live here in front of the people. Don't curse as much.
It's this show.
Don't curse as much, right?
Well, we're trying to do a cleaner version of our show for the people.
Well,
we're trying
for the live audience.
For the
listeners
live audience.
at home, they don't care. They're dregs.
That's right.
The dregs of society.
That's right. We're just playing the game for 2 days.
That's it. Listening to the man.
It's all about the technology. Do you have any technology, George? What's your favorite gadget?
I don't know anything. I just know how to train my car. I just get the mail, my email, and that's all I know how to do. I want to learn about this stuff, though. I hear it's just crazy here with the Bill Gates and everything is crazy here, and I like to come down and see what's new. You know, I might get a camera.
A camera, a digital camera. Do you have a digital camera yet?
I don't have anything, man. I don't know how to do anything, man.
You're putting in the film.
I have a Brownie.
You got the Instamatic with the flash cube, a Brownie.
You don't even, well, that too.
George has to have some guy hold up some gunpowder.
That's how old I am. But I want to learn about this new gadget. You know, I got the radio in my car. I have you in my car.
You got the XM? See? No, that's good.
Yeah, but
that's the only technology we really care about, isn't it?
Some of the digital camera companies now are going after the video iPod. I checked out one last night that they're basically saying a digital camera could play movies.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah.
You know, because why buy a video iPod when
you can see the movie
a digital camera you could also watch movies.
You can watch movies and take movies if you want to record.
If you want to.
Well, they're all getting aggressive. They all want to converge now. Everyone is just like
everyone wants the one device.
Yeah.
The one thing that does it all.
There's a digital camera that gets TV signals.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, that's kind of cool.
That's kind of like the telephone, though. That's the same thing. You can watch television on the telephone now. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And every year at these conventions, somebody has a video phone. You know, like, oh, this is great. You can see the person you're talking to.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to be seen. You know?
I do, but I'm just afraid.
No, because you do creepy things when you're on the phone.
That's exactly right.
You pick your nose, you touch yourself. You know?
You touch yourself. I cannot talk on the phone at home by myself without one hand on the phone and one hand on the horn. I cannot do that at home. I cannot. You're at home by yourself, your hand just automatically goes down in your pants.
Yeah. Walk around the house with your hand down your pants, talking on the phone.
I don't need my grandmother to see that. Is that why you want to know what I'm wearing?
Oh, wait a second. I'm the only one that do that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else.
You guys don't play with yourself when you're talking on the phone?
Not on the phone.
Yeah, always.
Jimmy probably. But,
thank you so much. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, always.
You know what the thing is about the video phone also? You don't want to be, you don't want to let anyone know during those times where you're naked and you're talking. You got out of the shower, you're getting dressed in the morning. There have been times you've talked to close friends completely naked on the phone, and you just don't want that image conjured up live on video. You don't want to even acknowledge it on the phone. Hey, I'm nude right now, Opie.
It's bad enough.
How you doing? What about the show today? What do we... He'll never get over that. You know?
It's bad enough when you're talking to somebody on the phone and you hear the toilet flush. You're like, oh, you were just taking a dump.
Yeah, well, you're just on the...
I do that all the time. I do that all the time. I have just flush it. Yeah. Why not?
No. You just got to be in a suit and tie. Like the Cleavers.
You two are the weirdest guys in America. I hear you saying things you wouldn't do like that.
Not
you don't walk
naked
around
on a
naked.
phone.
No.
I don't want to know, like, Steve C. is naked talking to me about something.
He's probably never naked. He's such a creep. He's probably always got a T-shirt on. He's just nude below the waist.
A little with a long flaming shirt.
A pair of high socks, no underwear, and a fucking awful shirt.
Steve, don't take that from this guy, man.
Nude with a pair of black dress socks.
Steve, get on mic there.
Yeah, put him on mic here. You take this mic here, young man.
There's our pal Steve. Made it.
Yeah, there we go.
You got a direct flight in with Ben too.
Yeah,
didn't you?
Ben and I were on a direct flight.
That must have been fun flying with Ben.
Yeah. Well, no, he was about 6 rows behind me, but we were surrounded by Arabs.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had the Arabian flight.
We had the Arabian flight. They were all reading.
Were they all looking at you suspiciously?
No, surprisingly, I fit in. I don't know.
You fit in, you're Lebanese.
Yeah.
They all looked like Ben, like he had a time bomb on him that was ticking too loudly.
But they
short-circuiting and sending an electric charge through his body.
So what was Ben doing besides eating airplane bottles full of alcohol? Ben won't even open them to drink them. He just swallows them whole and waits till they digest.
The plane was so crowded. I don't think Ben slept much. His plan was to just pass out on the plane and sleep.
Pass out is a good plan for Ben.
Yeah, anytime there's travel, that's Ben's plan. All right, we're gonna take a ride to Starbucks. He's got to. I'll have a drink and I'll pass out.
He wanted to start drinking at Newark Airport, and I was like, Ben, it's 7:30. Let's go get bloodies.
Man, nothing better than flying with Ben. You will find a bar, you'll get Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Ben is fun to fly with.
He is. He's very fun. But I just didn't want to start drinking at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, there's some flights you just don't start at that.
Yeah.
His liver is actually a frequent flyer.
So you guys been doing all this flying. You did see the game last night. I assume you did see the game last night.
I saw the last few plays there,
You
George.
did not see that game last night?
It took me 16 hours to get to Vegas. I missed a lot yesterday.
16 hours? Where'd you come from?
New York.
16 hours. Did you drive?
We already,
you already went through this?
We already explained it. One of my tickets got canceled, and I had to be rerouted through L.A. And
I'm so sorry, but I feel so sorry for you. 16 hours. It's so nice. But that was the greatest game I've ever seen.
It was amazing. Did you win any money?
I don't gamble. You can't win money.
You gotta at least gamble on sports.
How?
You don't even gamble on sports?
I don't gamble on anything because whatever you want to win some money. Let me gamble, and then you bet against me. You'll definitely win. It's just like me in the stock market. Whatever going down, I had Delta.
He's got
I had Delta.
Oh, Delta.
You had, what did you have? Google.
Yeah.
I had Delta. Everything.
That's good
I got
stock.
General Motors. Everything that's going down, I got it.
And that's why you got to work in Vegas for the next few years.
I'm having fun working here in Vegas, so I'm telling you guys, if you have nothing to do, stop by. You never know who's going to stop in.
Yeah, where are you at again? Give the big plug.
I'm at the Flamingo at 10 p.m. Last weekend, we had Jerry Seinfeld walk out on the stage, and just the audience went crazy, and he came to see what a real comedian does. You know, I had to teach him what he does. Yeah.
You guys go way back, you and Jerry.
30 years. This year's our 30 years of my best friend for 30 years. Can you believe that?
What is the best thing he's done for you?
Hasn't done a damn thing for me.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
He's been my friend. He's a nice guy. I wish you had a friend like Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, so do I.
Nice guy. Yeah.
You never took you on a...
If you're going to pick a friend, you might as well pick one with $500 million, right?
Yeah. He never gave you a car or took you on a crazy vacation with the guys? Nothing?
We've done everything that needs. Yeah, we've done a lot of. You know what? We've done a lot together. We just, like 3 months ago, we just up and went to Zurich, Switzerland for lunch. How about that? He has the jet. We jump on the jet. We went to Zurich, Switzerland for lunch. We do stuff like that. Yeah, how about that?
Why couldn't you get the Seinfeld jet to take you to Vegas?
Yeah. 7-hour flight for lunch?
Yeah, we went there for lunch. We stayed overnight and we just had a good time. We do things like that. We do a lot.
So cool. Stuff some money in some accounts.
You know what he did for me?
Yeah.
He let me hold his baby during the bris. You know, for the.
Circumcision.
For the circumcision, yeah, to cut the thing off, you know. And to this day, the little boy looks at me when I walk in the room. He looks at me, I know that man from somewhere, you know.
That's not a good memory. I would gather that's a good memory.
That's not a great memory at all.
What a good thing for a friend to do. They hand you the foreskin. Could you throw that out?
So that's a big one. He's the nice guy. He's done everything a friend you could ask a friend to do. Anything I need, you know. I bought a house up on Central Park West, and I don't know whether I have enough money. So you got money, we got money. Not that I need it, you know. That's what a good friend he is.
That is cool.
He helped you buy a place?
He didn't help me buy a place. I'm just telling you, he just said, we have money.
George has his own money.
Thank you so much. I work every day. I'm not like you, working at the porno. Well, you make more money than I do, don't you?
I do okay, but I'm just relating your fantastic friend to the fucking creeps that I associate with.
True. You got
Look at these guys are loaded here. Look at them. They're New Yorkers. They don't look loaded, but they are.
I know they are.
Jimmy's got a very different story hanging out with his friends.
Yeah.
Than you have, George.
Let's go to Zurich, Switzerland. I can't get these fucking chiselers to take me to the Brooklyn Diner.
You won't take them to the Brooklyn Diner? What is wrong with you guys?
Don't you know what it costs there? Jesus.
Hey, go there and have the breakfast there. It's called the cinnamon toast. The toast is so good, and have that for breakfast.
$38 for cinnamon toast.
Oh, it went up. Went up $2, $40.
I had a chicken pot pie there once. It was like $50.
You had that chicken pot pie?
It's delicious.
It is good.
But it's $50.
Yeah, but you want to fuck it before you eat it.
That ain't bad. You ever try that?
Well, for that kind of money, yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break. We got to say thanks to George.
Well, thank you so much for having me stop by. It's always a pleasure to see you two guys. I want to stop in New York and say hello to you sometime. But if you come to Las Vegas, you know where I am. Where? At the Flamingo, 10 p.m. every night. Best 10 p.m. show in Las Vegas. Not too early, not too late.
All right.
Thank you,
George.
sir.
God bless you. Something good's going to happen to you.
All right, when we get back, more with Laszlo and Alice Cooper joins the program as well. Stay there.
Holy crap. Live from Las Vegas. Shut up. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. You insane.
Hey people, this is Louis Twitchell Centani from O&A. Thank you all so much for your support listening to me on the show. And you know what? Here's your chance to see me in person on Saturday, January 7th. That's Saturday, January 7th at the Comedy Cabaret in Northeast Philadelphia, and that's inside the Best Western Hotel. That's at the Comedy Cabaret, Northeast Philly, 9:30 p.m. Tickets are only $15. Comedy Cabaret, you can call at 215-676-5653. Folks, this is Louis Twitchell Centani, and you can learn more about me and other things coming up on my website at laughterbyLou.com. Remember, be yourself, one tick at a time. Bastard.
By now, you've probably heard everyone talking about Gamma O.
Gamma O, the revolutionary supplement that naturally increases testosterone and boosts your energy level.
This increase in hormone production immediately increases your sex drive and stamina while building lean muscle mass.
Nice. In less than a month, you're going to be feeling and looking your best. Just think the hormones of a teenager with the experience of a man.
The possibilities are endless. Order Gamma O at GammaO.com. That's GAMMA-O.com.
What is it, Bob?
You can take this job.
Yeah, take this job and shove it. So you're quitting, huh?
Yep.
I bet you're going to start your own business.
Right.
What do you know about starting a business? You're going to buy a business, start from scratch? How about startup money?
Well...
You even know where to get startup money?
My brother...
Got a business plan? Can't raise money to start a business without a business plan.
I can't?
You're pathetic. You need Bruce Berman's book. It's called I Got Here, You Can Too. A master's course in becoming a millionaire. Want to be a millionaire, Bob?
That's the idea.
Then you got to buy his book. It shows exactly how Berman made a fortune in business and how you can too. Want a profitable business, Bob?
Uh-huh, sure.
Thanks, Bob. This is Bruce Berman. If you want to make $5,000, $10,000, even $15,000 a month right now from the comfort of your own home, then you don't have to buy my book. I will give you a free copy of my book and my Making Money CD. That's over $100 value. This limited time free offer is available only on my website, 5bruce.com. That's the number 5. Bruce.com. That's the number 5, Bruce.com. You could be making money within 30 days, guaranteed. So log on to 5Bruce.com now.
High Voltage is an XL channel which may include explicit language. Channel blocking is available by calling 1-800-XM-RADIO or XM Canada at 877-438-9677.
Ron and Fez.
What's up, Philly? Thank you for the support of all the large bearded gentlemen out there, the big beards. What's happening? I'm going to be at the Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia. That is the Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia. And that particular club is in fucking Philly. I mean, hey, what's up? What's up, Philly? How you doing, man? This is Patrice O'Neal, and I will be at the Helium Comedy Club out your way in Philadelphia on January 25th, 26th, 27th, and the 28th. That's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, January 25th through 28th at the Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia. For tickets, call 215-496-9001. That's 215-496-9001 for the Philadelphia Helium Comedy Club. Patrice O'Neal, 25th through the 28th of January. God bless you. Kisses to all.
Gentlemen, how would you like to be able to order Viagra, Levitra, or Cialis in the comfort of your own home? Now it's as quick and easy as a phone call to MetaMeds.com. Just call 800-929-2699. In just a couple of minutes over the phone, we'll ask you a few questions pertaining to your health. Your medical information will be reviewed by a doctor, and upon approval, your product will be shipped to your door. It's simple, discreet, and will save you time and money. For as little as $6 a dose, you can order Viagra, Levitra, or Cialis and have it delivered to your home in 3 to 5 business days. Call now to 800-929-2699 or go to MetaMeds.com. MEDS.com. Call 800-929-2699. Call now and ask about the new revolutionary sublingual tablets, the quicker and easier way of taking Viagra. Isn't it about time you tried Viagra, Levitra, or Cialis? Just call MetaMeds at 800-929-2699. That's 800-929-2699. Or go to MEDS.com.
Are you an entrepreneur? Have a small business? If sounding professional and being accessible to your customers is important, you should sign up for Got Vmail. Got Vmail is a virtual PBX or hosted telephone system that can be customized for 1 employee or 10. Your small business can sound like a Fortune 500 company overnight. Features include a virtual toll-free or local number with a customized main greeting, multiple mailboxes for departments or employees, dial-by-name directory, music on hold, and more. Have calls such as sales or support forwarded to your cell phone, home office, anywhere. Voicemails can be emailed to you as MP3 audio attachments and faxes as PDFs. Traditional phone systems cost thousands of dollars. Got Vmail starts at only $9.95 a month. There are no long-term contracts to sign and no hardware or software to purchase. Sign up today at GotVmail.com. That's GOTVMAIL.com. Got Vmail, the professional sound of today's small business.
From Las Vegas, Nevada at CES. We have Laszlo sitting in. We got Alice Cooper that's going to be on stage in a few minutes here. Laszlo, anything else real fast before we go to Mr. Cooper?
I was checking out those heads-up displays, that they seem to think every year at these shows that people are going to walk around and surf the internet at the same time.
Oh, this is that thing that's like a heads-up display.
It's a headset that you put on, and in the glasses, you see your desktop.
So you can what kind of interface is it? How do you work a mouse or?
Some of them have gloves. Some of them have like a pad that you wear on your belt, and you sort of use that as a touchpad.
Yeah.
But this one I was checking out last night actually projects a laser on your retina and draws your desktop.
Oh, that's healthy.
Yeah.
I'm sure that a laser on your retina all day long.
I also checked out an XM radio that was enormous. It was like a bread box. This company came out with it because it receives shortwave.
Oh, I've seen that one advertised. Yeah, it's got like shortwave, XM, and
AM and FM.
Some kind of NASA band. Like I don't know what made them decide on that, but.
Did you ever listen to shortwave?
No.
Maybe some nice German programming?
That is so far into geekdom that even I don't go there.
Yeah, what's the silliest thing you've seen here so far, Laszlo? Something where you're like, what were they thinking?
One of the things that I don't understand is why is there no mobile phone that gets satellite radio? That's got to be coming soon.
Tick-tock.
Tick-tock. Yeah. Tick-tock.
Sirius is working on it with a rotary.
Where you actually have to dial.
By the way, this crowd that's gathered, they're loving this serious abuse that Jimmy's pounding them with.
Stink.
So easy.
Jimmy couldn't get enough of this new. Which one did you have? The Pioneer or the
They're
Samsung?
both great, but the one I just grabbed the Pioneer was the one I was like listening to yesterday. I was listening to actually the replay of the show.
Jimmy.
Yeah. It was unbelievable. Yeah, just take it. What are they going to do?
What are they going to do?
Nothing.
What are they going to do if I shove that in the bag and just leave
nothing.
it?
I'm taking this one.
One of the weirdest things that you were asking, like bizarre, stupid things.
Yeah.
This came up a few years ago, and they're trying it again. It's a device that you plug into your computer, and based on what websites you go to or movies you watch, smells will be emitted.
In the 60s, Smell-O-Vision
again.
again?
Smell-O-Vision?
That just does it. Who cares?
Yeah, the device is like $800.
Some of this technology they just got to give up on for forever. Enough with the Smell-O-Vision.
And the guy's like, if you're playing a video game and you peel out in the car, maybe you smell burning rubber.
That's great.
Or if Jimmy's surfing.
Yeah,
of course.
God knows.
You go on Ben's computer, it smells like Jim Cook just burped in your face.
We should get Alice Cooper here. Ben's freaking out speaking
Yeah,
of
we
Ben.
can't make Alice Cooper wait.
Ben is bouncing up and down over there off the stage.
Sony's also got this e-reader. They keep pushing this e-books thing.
Right.
Like that's going to take off.
Like it's a screen, kind of a flat screen thing that you read like a book.
And you download books, and the books are the same price as the paper versions.
Why not just get the paper version? Or if you want to read, get something for your regular laptop.
And the reader's like $300-400.
Yeah,
For that price, you could buy like 24 books on Amazon.
Look who has joined us.
Alice
Cooper.
Hi, kids.
Alice Cooper.
Oh, getting an applause.
Live audience. Well,
Like that, Alice.
Rock and roll.
So, welcome to CES.
Thank you.
Do you do the technology thing? We had George Wallace here, and he does nothing.
I do nothing.
You don't have a fancy cell phone?
I have on, off, volume, that's it.
You don't have some kind of a GPS rangefinder for your ball when you're golfing?
I wish. Now, see, that would be a good idea.
They have those things.
I am the lowest tech guy you've ever seen in your life.
Really?
Yeah, I just
Does it just scare you, or you just don't care?
No, I just don't care. Honestly, I don't want people to know where I'm at. Everybody's got their phone on. I have a phone.
Yeah.
I turn it on when I want to call somebody. If they invented the phone after email, wouldn't it have been more logical? Because think of it. Email, you got to type it in, you got to send it and everything like that. Some guy comes up and says, look, you press these buttons and you can talk to the person. Get out of here.
Like we had a phone.
No way. So we actually went backwards with email.
And text messages, too.
Wouldn't you rather talk to somebody?
Yeah. But the good thing is, though, you don't have to talk. That's the beauty of email. Is like the chick that, fucking blew you 2 weeks ago. You can email her at 3 in the morning and go, just thinking of you, when you're really not.
Well, for one thing, right, you can't pick up attitude in an email.
You get a lot more done just sending the quick messages, though. We all have the BlackBerries, and instead of making a 5 or 10 minute phone call, it's a quick a quick email.
For business, it makes sense.
Right.
But I think it's socially suicide.
What about music-wise? You step into technology as far as that goes, or are you still reel-to-reel in it?
Music, I don't know. I'm so in music that I probably try to get away from it.
Yeah.
I do everything I can not
to worry about.
But you know what? I'm very selective, though. I'll go in and I'll find, Paul Butterfield.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or a lot of great new bands out there. There's a lot of great garage bands that are just now becoming garage bands that are picking up on early 60s stuff. And they're great. I mean, really good garage bands. And I love that I'm now Alice Copper.
Oh, they had me as Steve Laszlo.
I love that.
Hilarious.
Who is running the
I'm
board
Alice
here?
Copper.
We got a huge
Alice
screen
Copper.
behind our broadcast, and it says Alice Copper.
They renamed me.
Wow.
Alice Copper.
Somebody right now should feel like a real asshole.
No, I like it. See, no, that's great. I wouldn't even have noticed that.
Alice Copper.
I looked at it, I kept going like this. That can't be right.
Yeah, we had Boomer Platinum on earlier. He was a great guest earlier for us. You know something? Alice was there the day I met Groucho Marx.
Whoa.
Now,
a lot of connections on the show today.
They've been ragging me for years about this whole thing that I actually met Groucho Marx.
Groucho was the coolest guy.
They ask me, they think I'm a vampire, that I'm like 800 years old. I met Alice when I was a kid. I met you, and I met Groucho when I was a kid.
Same day?
Same day. It was at the same event. It was
Wasn't
something
that Cancer
called
Society
A
thing?
Day at the Races.
Yes, and it was
many years ago in the 70s.
That's right.
And
I did a song with Groucho. We did.
It wasn't 18, was it?
No. We did.
I'm 100 and I like it.
It was a tattooed lady.
Sounded like it was a big hit.
Tattooed lady. And there was one of the old Marx Brothers bits.
Yep.
And he was an insomniac. And he used to call me up and he says, Alice, I can't sleep. Come on over. And we'd watch movies all night. We'd sit there and he'd be in bed with his beret on and his cigar. And he'd be watching old movies, and he'd say, see that guy there? Yeah, he's gay.
Wow, really? Give you all the inside scoop.
But that's a cowboy, Nah, he's gay. Yeah.
We do the same thing every time Steve walks in the room.
But it was great, though. You would say, you'd sit there and you watch it and you'd say, see her? Yeah. His Harpo and Chico both got her one night. He's telling all these stories about all these people, and then I'd look over after a while and he'd be asleep. Put his cigar out, and I'd leave. Next 2 o'clock in the morning, next morning, Alice, can't sleep, come on over. So I had a really good relationship.
Wow, I didn't know you were that close with
we were about a mile. Oh no, I was at his house almost every night.
But how did you befriend someone like Groucho Marx? How did that start?
Groucho saw our show as being vaudeville. See, he looked at it. It was rock and roll and everything.
Yeah.
He would bring George Burns. One night he brought George Burns, Mae West, Jack Benny. Fred Astaire showed up one night because it was a big production. The Welcome to My Nightmare show was like a vaudeville production, and they said that's vaudeville. Wow. I saw that in 1923. Gracie was, that whole thing.
One time I was going to chop Gracie's head off in a guillotine. He's ripping me off.
I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, the snake, Bob the Snake guy. Remember that in 1921? Nothing that I did was new to these guys. They had seen it all. So, I kind of, they liked it because it was vaudeville.
That's interesting.
Everybody else saw it as being some avant-garde theater.
Yeah. Wow, that is something.
They were closer than anybody was to it.
What do you think of the old rock and roll these days?
Well, the band's the funny. Hey, they spelled my name right.
There it is now. And big.
That's great.
Filling over Laszlo now.
I'm sorry about that.
That's fine. At least I'm not Steve Laszlo.
I go,
where did you get that? She's like, on the internet. Ah, good. You could have walked over 10 feet and asked me.
See? The impersonalization. You just
over there Googling,
go talk to the guy.
Walk 10 feet.
The thing about, if you go and see, I just saw, in 1 week, I saw McCartney in his band and the Stones. Now, I saw, these same bands 35 years ago. Mm-hmm. McCartney was better now than he was then. His band was unbelievable. and the Stones were gloriously sloppy, and they were great. I mean, you know.
I saw the Stones over the summer. I thought they were great. I was going as a goof. I haven't seen the Stones since Steel Wheels, which is, I don't know,
Their
88.
farewell tour?
Yeah, 88 or 89, and I went as a goof, and I couldn't believe they're still pulling it off like that.
Keith Richards, modern-day medical miracle.
Yeah, with his alien body.
I mean, you know, he was funny. He says, great to be here in Phoenix. You know, he said, it's great to be anywhere.
Yeah.
It is for him.
How do you feel about Sabbath finally getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Well, it's about time.
Wait
a minute. I'm not in the Hall of Fame.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stinks.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, I'm overqualified, I guess.
What now? Why?
Wait a minute. The Talking Heads.
Yeah.
The Ramones. Alice Cooper's not in the Hall of Fame.
You don't like the Ramones?
No, I must have stepped on somebody's cat or something. I don't know.
What's the Talking Heads' big song?
I don't know.
Exactly. No one cares about
How about the Pretenders?
How
about the Pretenders? I like the Pretenders, but
they had a few. But I mean, Alice Cooper obviously should be in.
No, there's something. I did something really bad to these guys.
Yeah.
Whoever is doing.
They're just a bunch of too hip for the room shitheads, and they finally put Sabbath in. But even that said, they're still going to be awful, but with one great band.
Well, the funny thing is I would actually, it's more rock and roll to be thrown out of the Hall of Fame. So I mean, if we could be there, I want to get in and then immediately say, "Get out of here."
I have to be thrown out.
Very good.
You working on anything? Recording anything?
Just finished 100 Cities. We went out. Cheap Trick were with us, opening up for us, and everything. They were great. And then we did England with Twisted Sister. Now that was a fun show. Twisted Sister and Alice Cooper.
Good old D.
Oh, D was great, man. You know, you can never get used to D. Okay, you know what he looks like, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's 19 feet tall with shoulder pads on and blonde hair. And I turned the corner. They were coming on stage, and we were getting ready to go on. And I turned the corner, and there he was. Oh! You know, you can't. He's got all this lipstick.
He does have a presence when he's in his garb. That's for sure.
Alice, how you doing? You know.
All you guys, man, over in Europe and stuff, you just kill over there, right?
Huge. We're getting ready to do Germany with Deep Purple.
Deep Purple.
That's going to be a huge show.
Packs gigs out.
No, they're huge.
Yeah,
I mean,
massive.
Well, we'll be doing Germany. We'll be doing 25,000 people.
What is the mindset there? Like, why is that?
Well, go to a mall. Go to a mall, any mall, and look at 3 kids walking down the mall and look at their T-shirts. It's Black Sabbath, AC/DC. The more demented ones are Alice Cooper. You know, Pink Floyd. Hardly any kids wear new band T-shirts. They wear all classic rock T-shirts.
That is something.
Because new bands rock and roll, it's not as honest as it used to be. They've just become a bunch of like pompous, preachy, fucking socially conscious idiots. It's like years ago, it was like guys puking and causing a ruckus and thrown into hotels. That's what rock and roll is.
Give me Joe Cocker. Does 3 songs, pukes. Does 3 songs, pukes. That's rock and roll.
I interviewed him at BAB. He walked in with a 6-pack and no shoes. I'm like, that's rock and roll.
No,
I swear to God, no shoes, completely barefooted, and just walked in. Offered me a beer, and off we went.
He's the best. Joe is the best.
And we were at Ozfest a couple of years back, and these guys looked so tough on stage, and then we're backstage, and they're eating vegetarian meals, and drinking their spring water.
I love this.
Like, what is missing here?
When you go to Norway, you know, there's the death metal bands, and it's like everybody's trying to be more evil than the other band, you know. And these guys ate their lead singer or something, you know. I mean, they really did eat their lead singer.
What?
They're all in jail. Now they have all kind of credibility, of course, because they ate their lead singer.
How did that happen?
The guy died.
They kill him, or did he die?
He died. It would have been better if they would have killed him. Yeah. But he died.
I guess then
instead of burying him, they ate him.
To get his essence in them, they win.
We are the most evil of all.
they win. So anyway, the drummer had to eat his ass.
So in the end, the magazines are the best because we're more evil than you. You know, we ate our drummer. You know, you see these guys backstage, and they're really horrific, and it's like, hello, how are you? Good to see. This is my mother. This is my sister.
Soft-spoken.
This is my children. You know, just like you said, is there any vegetarian? They don't live it at all. You know, they're not living that.
Yeah. I couldn't wait to get out of the backstage area at Ozfest. I'm like, this is such it's not real anymore.
Nah. Well, the one thing that especially young bands are really stupid about is you take a young band that's got a hit and they're out there. They know what percentage of the T-shirts they're making, and they argue about it.
Wow.
7.3. He's getting 7.9. I still have no idea what I make a show.
You just want to, and you just want to get out there and rock.
Yeah.
And especially back in the days, it was like you just wanted to get up on stage.
You know what? To this
and
day,
put on a show.
I have no idea what I make a night.
That's not smart if your business manager is listening.
I've had the
Cook the
same
books
guy.
a little.
38 years. Shep Gordon, I've been with 38 years. We don't have a contract. We don't have anything. And it's always been, you take care of the business, I'll take care of the rock and roll. And believe me, 38 years of bliss.
Yeah. It'd be funny if he went to the bank tomorrow and realized he's worth $8,000.
I don't think you finished.
He does live in Maui.
I don't think you finished the story. So how did they eat?
Copper fortune is gone.
How did they eat the lead singer?
Yeah, back to the
They
cannibalism.
actually, instead of burying him, they went to the funeral home and got him. They cooked him up.
Wow, snuck him out.
And then they got, of course, they got arrested.
Yeah,
put in jail.
Wow.
And but great.
Can we all agree never to do that with each other?
Yeah. Unless I'm in court, he loves
Let's make a pact.
I bet you their music sucks.
mate.
If you got to do that, your music's got to suck.
Ben's giving all kinds of hand signals.
I have no idea.
Did you see him? I don't know. Either we got to take a break,
or you need to steal third.
Yeah. There's something going on.
I have no idea. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, he's pointing to his nose and his wallet. What does that mean?
He's sweating alcohol today. Anyone else notice that? He's sweating alcohol. Unbelievable. How's the handicap before we let you go there, Alice?
Just played Mercedes, first tournament of the year, Mercedes with Sergio Garcia. You know, and still people look at me and they go, come on, it's Alice Cooper, the guy with the snakes and all this.
A lot of people don't realize Alice is a golfer, man.
Shot 73.
Thank you.
73.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's
That
really
is,
good.
very good.
That seems kind of low, though.
That's really good.
What's the handicap?
I'm 4 handicap, but I shot to 1 handicap that day.
Wow.
It's so great, though. I can hustle. It used to be I could hustle anybody.
Yeah, you show up at the golf course looking like Alice Cooper.
Oh, yeah. I had it so made. Now, I'm a marked man.
We did an interview with you once when we were on AAF up in Boston. You came over and you had just finished playing. You were in golf attire with like some grass on your shoulder. We're like, bring us Alice Cooper. Who is this guy?
No, I'll tell you what. Alice Cooper and golf never meet. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
Because if you put golf clubs on my stage, when I'm Alice,
that ain't gonna work.
They would be weapons. I would look at them as weapons. Because Alice has never played golf. Of course, so I don't involve him with golf.
And you don't paint up your eyes when you hit the links.
If I were on the seniors tour, I would.
Yeah.
I would think, what a great idea. You go out there and if you could finish in the middle of the pack, absolutely. If you finish last, then it's not good.
That looks bad.
If you've got leopard skin hair and you get 20 rebounds, then you can have leopard skin hair. But but if you finish in the middle of the pack, I would definitely go all off. I mean, the Alice Cooper thing would be all over that golf course.
Something to say.
Does Ozzy play golf? Please tell me no.
No.
That would shatter me.
No.
That'd be like finding out that Duke is gay.
Ozzy, no, I don't think Ozzy, even though he's a British gentleman, he should play golf. Certain guys just don't play golf.
Yeah,
there's a lot of guys that you would never expect. Mm-hmm. Lou Reed plays golf. Okay, no.
Really?
Lou Reed and Iggy play golf.
Iggy, I wouldn't say.
Anthony's not a Lou Reed fan.
I've never been a big Lou Reed fan.
I mean, 30 years ago, Lou Reed and I would not have been talking about why the ball is slicing.
Right.
We would have been at the Chelsea
You'd
Hotel going, who do you know? Come on, call somebody.
Smack. You'd probably laugh about it a couple of times, like, oh my God, we're playing golf.
Yeah. No, but he actually is very dead serious about it.
How about the chicks? Are they still easy to get?
I've been married 29 years, and I've never cheated on my wife.
That is the best answer you could ever give.
And no one's applauding that, by the way.
Regardless.
I'm a hero.
He was looking for a little,
Before I was married, though.
Then again, maybe he doesn't consider certain things cheating.
No. I'm dead. Never
do you play by the
cheated on
Clinton rules?
No.
Back when Groucho fell asleep, who knows what happened?
That was different.
Harpo would come over with somebody.
That wouldn't even be sex, I don't think. That would just be weird.
That would just be weird. Don't wake up, Groucho. Pull up some hooker.
I love Groucho. Didn't he always marry young chicks? I heard he always
a young girl.
When I first got married, my wife was 18 years old, and he used to chase her around the house. It was like a Marx Brothers movie. I'd come in and she'd be on his lap, and I'd go, he's 84. What's he going to do? And she'd go, Get away from my chick.
Right, please.
But he was great. If you had dinner at his house, you had to perform. He had Marvin Hamlish was at his house every night playing piano. So if you had dinner, like if we all went to dinner there, we would have to. You'd have to tell jokes, or you'd have to sing or dance, and that was it. That was an old Hollywood tradition. At Groucho's house, you had to perform.
Wow, that's amazing.
It was kind of cool, though. I mean,
Good for him. What a genius he was, and just the fact that he liked young chicks. I love that.
It was great.
Yeah, I heard he was kind of rough on them too. He was like berate them, and he was just, he's too brilliant. Well, they're not gonna argue with him. He's like a young.
They didn't even understand what he was saying most of the time. We were on his birthday. I took him to a restaurant on his birthday, 84th or 85th birthday, and he's sitting there and he goes, "Excuse me, I've got to go insult the maitre d'." And he did. He walked over and he goes, said something, and the maitre d' goes, that's all I saw. And he looks back at me and goes, I still got it.
That's cool. All right, Alice, the big plug. Why are we here today?
I'm here because you guys.
Thank you.
So great.
That's it.
You're so great at what you do.
And Samsung.
And especially Opie with his, well-disguised opium problem. And, nobody knows about that.
No, you reissued the DVD, right?
Well,
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again was one of the worst movies of all time. One of the best concert footages, though. It's all the $1 Billion Babies footage when I was really drinking a lot.
Oh, well, then that's a must-see.
There's some stuff in there where I watched it, and I haven't seen it in 25 years.
Was it hard to watch? Yeah.
No wonder I got banned everywhere. But it was great to watch. And then there was comedy bits in it that was so bad that now it's great.
Yeah.
It was so horrible for 20 years, and now it's turned the corner and become funny again.
I got to see that.
Yeah. So it's really fun, especially if you're an Alice aficionado. This is really great stuff. I do Lady is a Tramp in this. She gets too hungry.
Really?
Dinner at 8.
In front of an audience?
Oh, yeah.
That's in his room somewhere.
And then a tractor comes through and destroys the whole stage, so it's great.
All right, right on. Alice Cooper, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. This is great. This is a fun little place you got here.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper, everyone.
Alice Copper. Thank you.
Alice Copper, right. We'll continue live from CES with Laszlo and I guess Elo as well, and maybe a surprise because Ben is freaking out over there. He might have something for us. We'll find out next. Stay there.
I got somebody.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. From Las Vegas. Live from Las Vegas. And we do apologize for that.
Stuck in their hotel rooms because they're all pooping green from alcohol poisoning.
That is the sexiest thing I have ever seen.
That is good. I like that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Thank you. Nice to be in Vegas.
The Opie and Anthony virus. Get infected.
We'll get into the Dick Clark thing. Man, when I saw this New Year's Eve, I'm like, man, this is way too easy. This is like the easiest thing you can do in radio is just play the audio and goof on it.
Yeah.
So here's
we're gonna hear a little Dick.
Here's the big intro to Dick Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, back where he belongs, the one and only Mr. Dick Clark. Dick, take it away.
You dick! You dick!
Hey, bud, let's party! All right, here we go. Let's get back to this. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, back where he belongs, the one and only Mr. Dick Clark. Dick, take it away.
Oh, isn't that horrible? All right, let's get into the audio. There's a lot of clips here.
Ladies and gentlemen, back where he belongs, the one and only Mr. Dick Clark. Dick, take it away.
comedian Bill Burr. Live.
Hello, this is Bill Burr. I'm going to be at Caroline's Comedy Club in New York City, January 5th through the 8th. You can go to carolines.com or call 212-757-4100 for tickets. So show up, please.
For more information, go to BillBurr.com, B-U-R-R. Check it out. Hope you show up, because I don't want to fucking stand there by myself, all right?
Rich Voss Live.
You know, folks, a lot of you guys debate, is Rich funny on the radio, is he not? But there's no debate whether I'm funny in a nightclub. So come to Bananas January 13th and 14th and see myself and Lonnie. January 13th, 14th, Bananas in Poughkeepsie. No debate whatsoever.
For more information, go to richvoss.com.
I guess I'm supposed to be funny doing these things, aren't I?
Yeah.
What's up, Philly? Thank you for the support of all the large bearded gentlemen out there, the big beards. What's happening? I'm going to be at the Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia. That is the Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia. And that particular club is in fucking Philly. I mean, hey, what's up? What's up, Philly? How you doing, man? This is Patrice O'Neal, and I will be at the Helium Comedy Club out your way in Philadelphia on January 25th, 26th, 27th, and the 28th. That's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, January 25th through the 28th at the Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia. For tickets, call 215-496-9001. That's 215-496-9001 for the Philadelphia Helium Comedy Club. Patrice O'Neal, 25th through the 28th of January. God bless you. Kisses to all.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
Hey, it's an autographed picture of the Mad Mexican and Chicago.
Oh, wow. We got to bring this back to New York. It says best wishes O&A and Jim. It says the Mad Mexican, and then Chicago. He's pointing to Chicago.
That little dog is adorable.
Isn't it, Anthony? Look at that.
What a cute
Isn't that
dog.
nice?
Aw, look at the little white face. He's got like a little white face.
No, you didn't.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
What's
babe.
wrong?
Oh, babe.
That's wrong. Oh.
Little white dog.
Is he out there? Oh, my God. You know, even I've been...
That costs money, too, for those pictures.
I've been with Opie on the air now for just about, like, 10 years. 10 years. Even I didn't see that coming. I swear to you, I did not think you would do that. Oh, my God.
He took the time to write Chicago with a little arrow.
With an arrow.
Pointing to his cute little dog.
You are a prick.
Oh.
You are a prick.
Little dog all happy.
Oh.
Can you get another one, please?
Yeah.
Please get another one. Just tell him something happened. We spilled coffee on it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Tell him we spilled some Opie on it.
Yeah. You are awful, man. The guy...
We'll get another one.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Where do you get the other one?
You are really not right.
Yeah, we'll get another one. That's something happened. Carlo, bring me a signed picture. Something happened here.
That is more of a visual.
Yeah.
Because you just see everyone's faces just get really uncomfortable.
But that comes through audio very, very well. That rip was pretty distinct. People knew what was going on.
Oh,
no one thought that was a newspaper.
All right, well, Anthony.
Hey, this is a really nice picture. Look at the dog. All right, wonder what he's doing. I knew it was a bad move. As soon as I saw the picture, you turned sideways. I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna be around for long.
Yeah, it turned sideways and it was over.
It is the cutest publicity shot ever, too.
It really is. Him holding a little dog.
All proud and stuff with his Chicago hat or shirt on, whatever.
It's adorable.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
XMP sucks, XMP is fine. It's great, it stinks. That's what we get. Half of your guys' radios suck, half are really good. That's what I say.
I think we're back live at CES. The Opie and Anthony program. The O&A virus spreading across America. Thanks, XM Satellite Radio.
Anthony talking to his online friends during the whole break.
The Pal Talk people. They have a lot of questions during commercial break.
Yeah.
And, asking who these people are that come up and shake hands. And
will you have the camera on tonight?
Yeah, Vegas Cam will be on.
Turned inside the room?
No, it's always outside the room. Although last night I was a little worried. I'm walking past to go to the bathroom, and I started thinking, is there a reflection off the window that maybe they can see?
Anthony's naked ass.
Some screen cap on my dick.
This big Italian hog.
Remember that on eBay? There was like a collection of pictures that people had taken of stuff that they were selling, like a toaster or something like that. You could actually see the reflection of them taking the picture naked.
Yeah. There was like a tea kettle was one of them, and somebody was taking a picture of it to put up on eBay. And if you looked, you could see the reflection of them, a little funhouse mirror-like, but completely naked. Some guy was junk hanging out. There's another one like a spoon, some old spoon, antique spoon, and the reflection in there was some old woman saggy tits just sitting there snapping a picture.
Very nice. We got to say hi to Kimmy, the porn star. Kimmy.
Yeah, hi, what's going on?
Might want to boost the phone volume slightly if you can do that.
Yes, let's hear her.
Here's
Hey,
that
Kimmy.
better. Hey guys, what's up?
Do we know you?
Do I know
you? Do we know you?
Oh! Well, are you a frequent visitor of Big Tits Round Asses or Ass Parade Bang Bros?
Of what?
Bang Bros?
Bang Bus?
Dibber Dubber.
I'm on Asses and Ass Parade, plus I'm a adult film star. But
All I hear is...
I heard adult film star.
We can't hear you. Are you on a cell phone?
Yeah, I'm on a cell phone.
Okay, we can hardly hear you.
All right, let's try this again. So what do you got, Kimmy?
Well, I wanted to call and tell you that about 2 months ago, when you had the girls on trying out the strap-on,
Yeah?
I was driving across country and had to stop and pull over to get my vibrator out of the car so I could masturbate while I was listening to you guys' show.
I was wondering.
It was that good.
Where do you keep the vibrator? It is in like the glove compartment stuck to a map?
I keep a pocket rocket in the side door just in case I get bored. I'm actually driving there now.
She's got it back there with the road flares.
Right. It's got them all over the
People
place.
behind me were kind of confused of what was going on as I was
Instead of hiding the guns in the Escalade, she's got all the traps for her sex toys.
So you were
But
on
yeah.
Banged Bus?
No, I was on Big Tits Round Asses.
Never
And
knew there was a website
Asparade?
called that. Of course there is. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ass Parade. If you just do a search for Kimmy, you should find it. But I'm on my way to the convention right now.
Where are you going to be at the convention?
Oh, like all over, around. But
That narrows it right down. Why?
But I could
I
have
don't understand
come
why I'm
visit
getting
you.
so many messages here that say dumb hole.
What's the matter with... Oh, there's probably some kind of a technical glitch or something.
Yeah, something. That must be computer terminology. What's a dumb hole? Is that something with the hard drive?
Yeah,
it's a problem with the hard drive.
It tends to be a fault on the hard drive. Doesn't boot up correctly. You just get random bullshit on the screen.
Ramon, get this whore off the phone.
Ramon, she should be blowing this serious dog.
They love the serious humor, man. Well, we were having a stellar show up to this point.
Oh, the big brake handle.
First phone call.
Yeah, come on, Kimmy. You were the first phone call today.
I know, and what I was going to say is I have friends upstairs, so if you would like visitors, all I have to do is call and have them come down to see you.
You have friends upstairs where? Heaven?
At the convention, at AVN.
Shut up! Who are your friends?
Cytheria?
Yeah, yes, the squirter.
Yes, she was my old roommate, so that's a friend of mine. Do you know who Nadia Styles is?
No.
She's a host of Night Calls on Playboy Channel.
No, I've never heard that.
Okay.
What's worse than porn stars in the studio?
You know who Genesis
on the
Sky
phone?
is?
Right. Very good.
What's that?
Genesis Sky?
Let me ask you a question. Now, you're on a website, right?
Yes.
Now, do you feel, my friend of mine, peruses a lot of adult websites, do you feel that A lot of people are saying that with the advanced technology, that when you kind of look back on the way pornography was, they say that there are certain switches, but are you feeling that that's got something to do with that, or is it because of what went beyond from the first time?
Oh, yeah. Very good question.
Good question.
Kimmy?
What? I'm sorry, you're asking... I couldn't understand the last part that you said.
Oh, it's probably a bad connection. What I'm saying is because you do stuff on the web, do you feel that technology is bringing things to a certain point where it was, or is it not because of that we're now dealing with this, at least with the FCC?
Oh, very good, yeah.
Great question.
Timmy?
Are you saying with the new laws that have come out about doing porn on the internet?
How dumb are you?
No, listen,
one more time, Jimmy.
It's actually hard to hear because the people here.
Simplify the question for who you're dealing with.
What I'm saying is this, because I know a lot of people have been saying that the web is, like a lot of people say they're going after the web now, and I'm saying, do you feel that the technology is kind of conducive with what was not happening before, or is it ever going to switch to the way that people had always projected?
I think, are you talking about the laws, right?
Oh, my God. It has nothing to do with the laws. Listen to the question.
No. What I'm saying is the laws was what sparked this question. Because they were saying that the FCC was going to try to crack down due to certain traffic. And I'm saying, do you feel that the technology, has it all been conducive, or, because?
Yes or no?
I say no.
No? What? Are you crazy?
Why do you think that?
Yeah, why do you think no?
Yeah, back that up. You're going out on a limb saying no.
You're the first person to say no to that question.
Especially with podcasting.
Right.
Goes without saying, Laszlo.
Why do you think no? I mean, you might be right, but why do you think no?
Well, basically, the internet stuff nowadays, there's so many websites, right, on the internet, and so many people that are doing...
But you're not addressing.
You're not
addressing anything of what Jim asked you.
No, you're right. She's actually right. There are a lot of sites, but I'm only talking
she's going off on a tangent.
I'm only talking about the way the laws are perceived due to the fact that the technology isn't where people had once projected, but then again, that's what...
That people aren't getting what the people are saying that they're putting out there? Like, you're not...
Well, yeah, that in a nutshell.
If you want to take it in that direction, fine. Go ahead. Why do you think that is then?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be argumentative.
That the websites aren't projecting what they're saying that they're selling?
Questions with questions? What? We want an answer.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you feel that it's ever going to go back to the way that they used to say it was, or no?
No. I think that they're going to crack down on it more, and the laws are going to continue on, and that's what the problem is right now. That's why all the websites went down, because they cracked down on the laws. You had to have all the paperwork for every model on the site and everything
Absolutely.
like that, and I think they're going to continue to do that. And that's
the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world.
You're actually right, but do you object to the fact that Robert Reed is now doing pornography?
Who?
Robert Reed.
Everyone knows
him and
Robert
Arthur
Reed.
Ashe are producing a line of films called I Wouldn't Swallow That If I Were You.
Oh, my gosh. Sorry. I have no idea about that.
No?
No.
Good stuff.
All right.
No, I think with the web stuff, what it is that they're just cracking down on porn, period. And they're cracking down by making laws and making sure that you have to have all the paperwork. Everything has to be dated. Everything has to be...
you think?
You have...
Yeah.
Well, where are you going to be at the expo? Do you have a booth you're going to be in? Are you going to be in a booth?
I'll be visiting a couple different booths. I'm coming with actually a location place that I work for. It's called 818 Movie Locations, and they do all the house-ins, and that's who I'm going down there to...
I'm saying I'm going to be over at the expo later. Probably, I just wanted to know if I'm going to be leaking some clear stuff. Where will you be?
I will be there Friday.
Food, all right.
All right, Kimmy.
I'm driving right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm on my cell phone. I'm driving from California right now.
Oh, wow.
All right.
If I could send nerve toxin through the phone, I would do it.
Kimmy, thank you. It's always a pleasure, I guess.
But I do enjoy your guys' show, and I do listen to it a lot on XM, so.
Thank you.
Kimmy Zink.
Yeah, call us anytime, all right?
Thank
you. Were wonderful.
Bye.
All right.
Wait, Kimmy.
Yeah, bravo. Well, that was great. Very informative.
Ouch.
Ouch.
I got my vibrator out, did you?
Did you?
I wanted her question. I wanted Jimmy's question answered with a skid and a crash sound from her phone, and a loss of connection.
Thank you, Harry Chapin, for calling the program.
Do you know the meaning of the word abutment? And you steer into one.
All right, let's get back to Laszlo. We are talking about technology here.
Yeah, I was checking out some...
Laszlo, do you have an answer to Jimmy's question?
Yeah.
Yes or no, and why is it no?
Yes.
Ass.
I was checking out this technology for digital cameras that has, again, GPS stuff.
Yeah.
That actually will try, and they're doing it for mobile phone cameras, so that when you take the picture, it does a search and triangulates your position and tags the data of exactly where that picture was taken.
Where it was taken. Now this probably, you know where this will come in handy? Parents with sluts for daughters. That's the way. That's who should be. This should be marketed towards. Because let's say you have a slut for a daughter. You give her this phone, and then at any given moment you say, "Take a picture of what's around you." Now they've done this with camera phones. Actually, parents have done this. And they email them the picture, but they've taken the picture earlier, something like that. They turn around. Now they could find out where their slutty daughter is if they're at that boyfriend's house. Jimmy Norton's address pops up.
There's also
over and over. You see
again.
5 dicks in her face and it reads Mogadishu.
There's also services that you can put, like you can take a picture of yourself and put a fake background in, like a bar or...
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and there's also sound effects that some phones you can hit buttons so there's sound effects. So it's like, where are you? And then there's like
I'm at the train station.
I'm at the train station. Really,
choo, choo, chugga, chugga, chugga.
Right. Meanwhile, you're in a hotel room. Chugga, chugga, chugga.
Right. Do they have a...
Hey, by the way, we should mention that Keith the Cop came on the trip with us this time. Because
Keith the Copper.
You had some problems, I heard, with last year with Club Soda Kenny.
Yeah.
Well, that was my doing, and now
we've been paying for it ever since.
And now we're paying for it a year later.
Opie had to go to L.A. In order to get to Vegas because of that.
Yes.
Dude, I don't even want to hear about flights. My flight was atrocious. I had a nightmare situation getting there.
What happened, Jimmy?
You can barely say it, right?
You're upset.
Do you understand? My croissant was too flaky.
I looked over and saw you completely aggravated as flakes were coming off of this thing.
Yes, I know you had a bad day, but you weren't.
And how many times did you guys look at the empty seat and laugh?
Right behind me. No, I didn't laugh, because all I'm thinking about is him doing impressions and me trying to stretch and the fucking show bombing. So I was like, I didn't find any of it. Could you do Reagan again? No. While I do another predictable age joke? No, hope the fucking noon comes.
No direction whatsoever.
No. We'll be back right after this. Ben is vomiting.
Well, I guess for the new listeners, last year Club Soda Kenny was here and we kind of disrupted the other guy's press conference.
It was a good press conference, too. Ladies and gentlemen, this year we have nothing new.
Yeah.
And it was my doing, and I think Kenny's been banned from CES for his life now. Or
no,
like
just
that.
for this one, because now if we come here again next year, he will be joining us.
All right.
We will not have to go through that.
The reason I brought Keith the Cop onto the show, Keith's doing a great job, and Keith does a lot of these gigs with Sidecar. They work great together.
Oh.
Club Soda.
I like to call him Sidecar Kenny.
That's never, ever going to catch
Never.
on.
I like it, though.
He will always be Club Soda Kenny.
But he's Sidecar to me.
Coke will be in bottles before that happens.
We're just trying to change his image.
Bunch of you-know-what playing a faggots ball game in the underwear. All right.
So Club Soda and Keith taped some stuff for us because we all miss Club Soda Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny and I got together in the studio before we came on the trip, and I recorded some things with him, and I have specific times that I'm supposed to play these clips. So I look at my instructions, and then in the morning when we get in the car...
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, see? Now that's Kenny saying, good morning, everyone. I like that.
And then after I get everyone situated in the car, right before I put the car into drive...
Buckle up for safety.
So Kenny,
a quick buckle up for safety by Club Soda Kenny.
So Kenny is still on this trip with us, in spirit anyway.
I heard that this morning, and it gave me a little smile.
Yeah, it gave me a great smile.
I missed his phone call, because usually I get a call in the room, rise and shine, sunshine. I'll see you downstairs. Do you need anything? And if you want coffee or water, he's there with it. The guy is great. He's like a eunuch. It's like having a eunuch around just to do your bidding.
Right.
It's wonderful.
And then I was sitting in the lobby waiting for you guys to come down this morning, and a couple people walked by.
You dropped something.
The gag that he pulls on everybody.
Oh,
the you
wonderful.
dropped something gag.
They taped I don't know, dozens of these things.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch.
I was walking around the casino with Keith the Cop, and he was playing a bunch of them for me yesterday.
Yeah, Ope's telling me a story, and I'm going, oh, yeah, good. And then Kenny goes,
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere, he's playing this stuff. Yeah.
And then later on tonight, when Anthony goes gambling, I'm supposed to go with Anthony, and as he's sitting at the table, I'm not quite sure what this one means. Maybe you can explain it.
Right?
Monkey.
Monkey. You want the 10 card? You want a picture card?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Big 10. You've doubled down. You doubled down. You have an 11. Monkey. That's what
I thought
he
maybe
would
you were
do.
just telling the dealer to give you a card.
He would do that every time.
I used to do that when Dice would gamble. Kenny and Happy would scream monkey and slap the table.
Really? I've seen other people do that.
I refused.
So it's not exclusive to them.
I watched
don't know
them.
what it means.
I watched them lose over $200,000 in cash, and I wouldn't jump in and yell monkey.
No,
it's embarrassing.
Good.
Very, very good. So, Keith, thank you.
So, yes, Kenny is here in spirit with us.
Yes, he is. Is Elo around? We got to talk to him before we leave the airways. We only have like 5 minutes left in the show already. And what are we doing for the rest of today?
That's it. Oh ho ho! It's going to be a little eating, and then some Texas Hold'em for Ant.
And what's the deal with the Hold'em at the casino?
I'm going.
What's the buy-in and all that?
There's all different ones. Oh, you could get in a no limit game for very cheap. You just buy in.
Do you wear sunglasses?
No, I don't play that whole crap game. I just sit there. Everyone thinks they're a professional. And you just sit there, you look at the people with the sunglasses, and you laugh as they lose their money.
I can't believe you haven't gambled yet, though.
I gambled. I told you. I made $1,200 on Google options. I had Google call options that I dumped this morning. Nice. I'm in Vegas gambling on my computer.
Well, we'll see how Anthony does tomorrow on the program. Elo, these 2-hour shows are killing us.
What do you want? Longer, shorter? What do you need?
Shorter, obviously. We're filling time right now.
You flew halfway. You flew entirely across the country to do a 2-hour show, and you're complaining.
Yeah. We want to do an hour and 45 minutes because the first hour and 45 minutes of the show rocked.
I noticed the new units are missing from the table. Who took them? Are they in someone's pocket?
Well, the show's wrapping up, so they had to require them back.
I'm ratting out because I don't have one.
I don't have one.
If you have one,
I swear to God,
did
I
you
don't have
take one?
No.
I had one for Jimmy for Christmas, but he wouldn't give me his home address, so that was...
Oh.
That was what I was trying to send you.
I just didn't want you to feel obligated to give me a gift because you don't have to. I mean, the fact that, I felt a little left out is okay.
You've asked me for a new car, which I'm still working on.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's working on a car for Jimmy. Where are our Christmas gifts?
You got yours mailed to your house. It went to the office. Yours went to the house.
Mine went to my house?
When?
Yours went to the office.
When?
Before Christmas. That's why it's a Christmas gift.
You're kidding, right?
I swear to God, you wanted yours to be sent to
Well,
the
you
office.
might as well tell me what you sent me because I still haven't received it.
What is Anthony's favorite gift? What does he love to give?
Hummers?
That is. I got to say that's up on the list.
2 damage?
Yeah, that's right. And it's not Cadillac car doors.
It is a gift card.
A gift card.
I don't have a gift card from Elo.
You have a gift card. It's got your name on it.
You didn't send them yet, did you?
No, I did.
Did you get one, Ed?
Yes, I got one.
Yeah, they both went at the same time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They did. Everybody's looking around. Somebody's going through your mail. You now have an issue.
Are you kidding?
I swear to God.
How much was it for, Ed?
I don't remember.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't meaningful.
I noticed that Steve has a new Coach purse, though.
You're going to take that from him?
Steve just turns around and goes, what?
I don't know why Eric Nagel all of a sudden has a PSP, but he's certainly enjoying it. So
Same joke, but the boss said it.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I didn't thank you.
But you know what? Because the Coach first made it work.
Out with Laszlo, in with Elo.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why I didn't thank you. I did not receive that.
Absolutely.
Steve Elo.
All right, what's on the agenda for the rest of the day there, Elo?
Oh, good grief.
Busy day for you, right?
Busy day. Yeah, we're just walking around meeting people.
Do you remember looking
important?
Last time we came here, Opie, when we still were in that, we just got the jobs, let's kiss a little ass. We were in meetings. We were in a closed-door meeting with our agent in that back room that I wanted out of. So I'm in Las Vegas. I don't want to sit in meetings with brass.
Well, because of that, I did need to grab you guys about 5 minutes after.
No!
Yeah.
There is nothing going on.
No, I promise.
Unless you are taking me to a poker table.
I called you yesterday about a meeting. You didn't return my call. I left you a message yesterday.
Exactly.
That's why we have to.
I didn't get it.
That's why we have to do it now.
I have a dealer waiting for me.
I have a meeting room waiting for us. There's a